In this video, I'm going to go over molarity, how to calculate it, and some of the different problems that you'll be doing with molarity. So just a reminder for molarity, molarity is moles of solute over liters of solution. And a couple other things that you should remember. A good tool to use when doing molarity is the molarity triangle, where you have moles on top, molarity M on the bottom, and liters also on the bottom. And the idea behind the triangle is whichever one that you're trying to solve for, you just cover up. So for example, if I want molarity, I just cover up the capital M, and I'm left with moles over liters, or moles divided by liters. If I wanted the moles, I cover up moles, and I get that by having molarity and liters next to each other, so it's molarity multiplied by the liters. And then finally, if I wanted to find the volume, I cover up liters because volume is measured in liters, and you'll see that I get moles over liters, or moles over molarity. So I would divide the molarity by the moles by molarity. So let's look at a few problems involved in this. And I have the first problem here. It says to make 4 molar solution, how many moles of solute will be needed if 12 liters are required? So here we have the molarity and we have the liters. So in this case, the missing component to this triangle is the moles. So to calculate moles, I take the molarity and multiply by the liters. So moles is equal to molarity times liters in this case. And so I'm going to take my 4 moles, or my molarity, 4.00 m, and I'm going to multiply it by my 12.0 liters. And getting my calculator, turning it on, I'm going to do 4 times the 12. I end up with 48. So I get 48, and since it's looking for moles, answer's in moles. There's my answer for the first one. Again, the key is identifying what do they give you, what's given, and what is the unknown, what is it that they want you to find. Question 2 says how many moles of sucrose are dissolved in 250 milliliters of concentration if the solution is 0.15 molar. So again, I have my molarity, 0.150, and I have my volume in 250 milliliters. And I remember that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So I have to first take this and divide it by 1,000, or move the decimal over 3 times. So that's equal to 0.25 liters. And so it also wants moles. So again, I'm looking for moles. To get moles, I cover up moles. Moles equals molarity multiplied by liters. Same formula there for this problem. So in this case, I'm going to take the 0.150 molar and multiply it by my 0.25 liters. So bring over my calculator for that. 0.15 times 0.25, and I end up with 0.0375. I'm not going to do any rounding on these ones, or if I was to round, I'm always going to round so that I have two non-zero digits. So if all I have is zeros here, I'm not going to do my normal round to 2 decimal places, so you could round that to 0.038 as my answer, and the answer is in moles. So there's my answer there. Next question we're going to look at, what is the molarity of HNO3 that contains 12 grams of HNO3 in 1 liter of solution. So here it gives me grams, which is not on my equation, so I'll come back to that in a minute, and liters, and it wants us to find molarity. So it wants us to find molarity. So if I cover up molarity, I see that I need moles over liters. But moles is not given. I do have liters, but moles is not given. Instead, grams is given. So I know I need to take my grams and convert it to moles. So I'm going to use a T-chart. Start with my 12.6 grams of HNO3. And therefore grams of HNO3 go here. And moles of HNO3. And I know that I need the molar mass when I'm going from grams to moles. And I look up HN and 3 O's on my periodic table, and I add them all together, and I get 63.01, so that's going to go right here. A lot of times the molar mass will be given to you, but not always. So again, I'm looking those up on the periodic table if I don't have them, and multiplying by how many there are, and then adding them all up. And then molar mass is always 1 mole. So that means I need to take my 12.01 multiply by, or 12.6 and multiply by 1 and divide by 63.01. I end up with, this one I will round to 0.20 moles. And then since it wants molarity, again using this formula here, molarity is moles over liters. So I'm going to take that and put it over the 1 liter. And 0.20 moles divided by 1 liter is 0.2 molar. And there's my formula for that. And the last problem we're going to do, how many grams of potassium nitrate are required to prepare 0.250 liters of 0.70 molarity. So I've got liters and I've got molarity. And now I can use that to solve for moles, but notice it doesn't want moles, it wants grams. So I know that once I get moles, I need to change it to grams afterwards. So I'm going to do, again, the same thing that I was doing here. To get moles, we do molarity times liters. Moles equals molarity times liters, since I have molarity in liters. And I'm going to do 0.250 liters multiplied by 0.700 m multiplied by 0.250 liters. And when I do that on my calculator, 0.7 times 0.25, I end up with 0.175. I'm not going to round that one. Instead, keep it as I have. So moles. Now again, this is moles, which was what they wanted in these two problems, but this problem wants how many grams. So now I've got to take that number and put it into a T-chart and take the 0.175 moles and change it from moles to grams of KNO3. That's potassium nitrate. And again, I'm going to look those up on the periodic table and add them and multiply by how many there are and add them all up, and that ends up being 101.10, and that's the molar mass, and that goes always with the grams. So I'm going to take this number and multiply it by the 101.1, and I end up with 17.69 grams. And that's how I figure out how many grams I need in order to make 0.25 liters of this 0.70. So use these example problems to help you, and I'll do another example tutorial that I will post as well.